hot takes. Come on, everybody. Let's do it. All right, now it's time for those hot takes. This is that time to put 1 minute on the clock, and all my guests get 1 minute to break down all their hot takes for all the latest breaking news. Now, it's 10 topics. They can make it happen. Have a good time. Shine, and it comes down to you, the viewers, decide who wins hot takes. He's a stealthy fellow. Yes, Spencer's a stealthy fellow there, Conan the Barbarian. That's a good hot take right there for you, too. And it comes down to you who wins. You know what, honestly, we're trying something new tonight, too. If you win hot takes, there is a reward. That's right, there's a reward. You get 2 minutes on the clock live here on Kruse Control. Talk about anything you want from the hot takes. You take over the show and you rock and roll for 2 minutes, the audience, everybody out there, and have a moment to shine here on Kruse Control. It could be anybody. Anybody can win. Anybody's ball game. And my question is, who will win hot takes tonight? That's the question.
Well, I have one quick thing to say. I'm not saying that I'm going to have the best hot takes. In fact, I'll have the opposite of that. But if I win, I promise to dedicate my 2 minutes to learning more about this whole unicorn thing with Lexi. That's the only thing I'll talk about for 2 whole minutes. I'll ask questions, I'll listen, but that's my promise. So vote for me.
A one-on-one sit down, you and Lexi, battling it out with the best information in the world. I don't know.
That's how you get this whole thing demonetized.
I literally have no idea what you're referring to when you say unicorn.
Is Spencer back? Spencer, you there, man?
I thought if anybody would know, you'd be the one that would know.
I'm back. Let's see if this works now.
Yeah, there he is. There he is. We're starting the hot takes.
Computer off.
Oh, geez. Well, everybody, give a round of applause. Welcome, everybody, to Kruse Control. Mr. Spencer, Frankie Berger. How you doing, Spencer? Welcome.
I'm good. Thanks for having me. We're back. We're ready to go.
Yes. Tell the audience about yourself a little bit, man.
Hey, Spencer, I'm an actor, director here in Los Angeles. I work at a theme park. See if you can figure out which theme park it is. Drop it in the comments. I'm also a board-certified music therapist. So if you need a little music love, let me know.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I didn't know that, man. That's really cool. And you have a podcast too, right?
Yeah. I do. I actually have a theme park podcast, so you could find out which theme park I work at if you go to that podcast.
I'm not good at mysteries. Is it Disneyland?
It's not.
It's not Disney.
Is it Six Flags?
It's not Six Flags.
Those are the only 2 in California I know about.
That's
so
not true. There's not Sperry.
It's not Sperry.
It's not
I know about.
Oh. Come on. It's knocking at the front door right now.
I apologize.
Come on. Someone's got it, right?
Not Disney Six Flags. What could it be?
Is it Universal?
Is it Scandia?
Oh, Universal.
Yeah.
I went obscure, you went mainstream. See, I went Scandia.
Scandia? What is that?
Somebody knows Scandia. He knows Scandia. He knows what I'm talking about.
I don't.
Theme park blog.
What is Scandia? Is this a unicorn thing?
Come on, Frankie, tell him what Scandia is. You know.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I actually am wondering too.
Oh, really? It's in California.
Yeah,
it's like right outside of like California is this little theme park called Scandia.
Oh,
it's a little like nothing park, but it's like been there. It's one of the oldest, I think, in California. You know what, Rachel? This is her thing. There's nobody.
Rachel,
knows
where you at,
this.
Rachel?
There's nobody.
This is the elusive Spencer.
This is stuff I never wanted to know, and then started dating Rachel, and now this is like my life.
Yeah. Well, we got to get into this because now it's time for those hot takes, everybody. We got to get into this. So, all right, Jonathan, you are still here with the power to decide who goes first tonight. So,
oh my gosh, I get to decide.
You get the power, man. You got the power. You got the touch.
Oh, you got the power. No, go ahead.
Okay, that's all I got. It's a Transformers around my mind, man. That's all. Transformers around my mind.
I was waiting for the bridge. I think let's go with Lexi. I will always choose Lexi.
Reasonable.
Okay, Lexi. Lexi, you've been chosen. You've been chosen to get into that hot seat. Are you ready for these hot takes? You feeling good, classy, sophisticated, ready to kick some ass, take over, and dominate the hot takes tonight?
I'm never classy, but I got this.
Come on. All right, Lexi. It's okay. You're always classy in my book. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Speak no evil. I love hearing Ryan hate things. That's like the best. He never hates anything, so like that's amazing, and I love that. Joaquin Phoenix walking off of Split. He must have heard one of the Split personalities was gay. Uglies. Oh boy. Yeah, I want to watch a show about ugly people being made pretty. It's called The Swan. Transformers 1, I totally want to see this. Like, no joke. I desperately want this in my life. You know, McGregor wants more Obi-Wan. He's standing there with his wallet open going, please, Disney, feed me. Goonies 2 and no? Good. South Park a delay? It's because they don't want to make Garrison Trump, and they're all like, I don't want to deal with that more. Jane's Addiction breaking up again? Oh. You know, also, you're such a bitch. Go back to your tattoo show. Hot Ones coming to Netflix. Are they going to put, what's his face? DJ Khaled on and watch him fail again? And the Emmys? I don't give a shit about the Emmys. Does anybody give a shit about the Emmys? Like, seriously? That's like the most boring shit.
Well, somebody does, but Lexi, great hot takes. I'm giving one of these because I'm laughing right here. Great hot takes, Lexi. Great hot takes. Cheerful person.
Credit.
Yes, Conan.
I take credit for that because I chose Lexi to go first. So you're welcome, everyone.
Hey, okay, you know, Jonathan, I'm giving you a round of applause too. I would say this. So there was a comment about the whole Joaquin Phoenix thing. That's because that was a role that he was supposed to play that he pushed for the studios to do, where he was going to be playing it. He pushed for it, a gay character, and then he walked away like 4 days before production started. So, I mean, I get it. People, and he has these issues about, can he be good enough in this role? Can he actually put out what he wants to? And that's what's happened multiple times. Napoleon he almost walked away from. We found out about Split now. I think these are going to come out more and more. We're going to find out more about these situations that have arisen due to, his like insecurities in his performances.
Okay. But he walked away. Did he not have a contract? Was there no written agreement that
he didn't even just walk away? He did like 2 weeks before filming started. Like, if you're going to walk away, like, at least walk away, like, give people fucking time and shit. Like, you don't just walk away 2 weeks before filming. You're such a scumbag.
We
right? The same thing again with this movie that you did again with the gay movie that he was working on. He walked away like a month before they all started shooting. He had everything set up and he brought everybody in on this. This was his fucking thing. So it's not even like he was the actor in it. It was his entire thing. He brought everybody in on this production. Not to cut you off, Jonathan, but I'm like, you bring this many people in on something and do this shit again? I'm like, you're notorious for this. I didn't even know he did this with Split. I was
great point.
When you brought this up, I thought it was going to be that movie. And
the argument is not, was this an asshole move? Of course it was. Even he probably knows that. The question here is, was there not a contract put in place that says what they call a personal services contract? He is the only guy that they had booked at that point to be a part of this film. You can't just walk away and have no repercussions. Yeah. Somebody didn't do their job in saying, "Oh, no, Mr. Phoenix. If you do walk away, then we're going to need X amount of millions of dollars." And if he paid that, then you know what? Fine. And let's hire the next guy, because I guarantee you there's somebody who's maybe less famous, better in terms of their artistry and acting ability, and will do it for half as much and deserves that shot, because they ain't going to walk away. How dare he? How dare
I know.
But
they'll probably do better than him. Because they want it more, right? Right, Jonathan? They'll want it more.
They'll want it more. They'll need it more. But also, they're just not an asshole that's not thinking about the people on that film that aren't famous, that maybe they're not even in front of the camera. Like, what about the painters? What about the ADs? What about the people who drive actors and crew people from parking to wherever? You're not thinking about those people, Mr. Phoenix? If you're just going to walking away all the time, then you know what? How about we just don't hire you anymore for any more movies? Let's see how long you can live in the Phoenix compound with zero income. Cancel culture is huge nowadays. I wouldn't go taking advantage of people that you're not even considering.
How didn't this hurt his reputation?
It did.
It's a good point because he's been doing this for years now. It's been used for years, and so it's like it's finally getting out. I mean, he almost did it for Joker as well. I know he had a whole sit down with him and Todd Phillips trying to work it out. So things have been leaking out. It's just sad, you know. Spencer, you know, right? It's like
hiring him. Why do we keep hiring him?
That's what I mean. It's like we keep hiring these people who are problematic. I don't understand why we keep hiring problematic people and then going, well, how can we keep hiring the problematic people? It's like
because they have a name, Lexi. What was that, Spencer?
He won an Oscar. Didn't he win an Oscar for Joker?
He did. Yep. Bam.
I don't even know why.
Okay. So it's a statuette. It's not an e-ticket to treat people like you're worth more than them as a
for his mimicry of a Scorsese performance in a DC movie. Good job.
No, I'm saying his performance is great, but that doesn't mean he's allowed to treat people poorly.
We got more hot takes to do, everybody. And Jonathan, I see you're already rock and roll with these, so I think it's time for Jonathan to do some hot takes. What do you think, man?
This is so stressful. This 60 seconds to go through 10 stories. Nobody does this but you, Brian, and you do it well.
I know.
Nobody's you. You're asking us all to be you in this. This is hard.
Have you seen Carter James, the Milk Master? He can get it. You can get it. You got this.
Jesus.
You got this.
Okay.
And I can't have Spencer go up. It's his first time. He can't go, so you got to go. You got to go next. I'm sorry.
I'll do it. Ready, go.
You got it. You got it. All right, here we go. Get classy, sophisticated, sexy, and sassy. Here we go, Jonathan. Hot takes, hot takes.
These are great. That's my LinkedIn description now. So speak no evil. Okay, well, hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil. That's the whole saying, right? I feel like that's accurate. Nobody's seeing it, talking about it, or listening to it. Joaquin Phoenix is walking away. Yeah, F him. Uglies, cool. Let's promote body issues. That's exactly what the young people need. Transformers 1. Why can't we just make a long-form cartoon? Remember the cartoon in the 90s? That was the best version. Why do we keep trying to make other things that don't work? Obi-Wan. That's the kind of one that I want. Goonies 2? Look, it ain't Beetlejuice. Stop it. South Park. Hey, this is what cancel culture is all about. That's the balance out cancel culture. Keep South Park. Jane's Addiction. Shut up and sing. Okay? It's a great non-example. Hot Ones on Netflix, about time. Emmys, I watch it for the host monologues and for Robin Roberts and her interviews. That woman is incredible. I don't know who won anything, but the hosts were fantastic. I have 10 more seconds, and I will leave that to say, if you vote for me, we'll find out about this unicorn thing, because Lexi, I gotta know.
Great hot takes, Jonathan!
Oh, I got the balloons!
You got balloons! Hot takes.
Look, you don't even have to vote for me now. I'm happy. My night has been made. This has been fun. I got the balloons. Thanks, everyone.
Boom. Boom.
Bye.
Hey, you deserve the balloons. Out. Okay. All right. The question before we go to Spencer, should we let the thirsty daddy do this too? He's out there. What's everybody think?
I got to know why you call him that. I'm new to this universe, but that name has a connotation outside of what I think you think it means.
I know what it means. I know exactly what it means. He's thirsty, GR. You can say it, man. You can say it. You're thirsty, right?
The parched papa.
The parched papa. We can't even hear him. We can't hear him. I see he's trying to talk. Sorry, GR. I don't know what's going on. We're going to go with Spencer. If you work it out, you do hot takes. If you can't work it out, we're gonna vote. We're gonna vote. Spencer, how you feeling? You feeling ready for these hot takes?
I'm feeling ready.
I know it's a lot the very first time, so I appreciate you bearing with us here, but it's going to be great. I know you got this. I believe in you. I believe in you so much. Here we go, man. Take a breath. We'll take it down a notch for you. Just take it down a little notch. All right. Get cool, classy, and over the top, and also very excited. Hot takes time, everybody. In 3, 2, 1. Boom. Hot takes.
Okay. I saw Speak No Evil. I have my thoughts on that. Phoenix walked out of Split. It's an 8-year-old movie. I didn't even realize that was news. McG just directed Uglies, and I like Charlie's Angels, so there's that. Transformers 1, maybe they're transforming it into a good franchise. I don't know. We'll see. Ewan McGregor brings a new hope to a possible season 2 of the Star Wars series that I haven't seen also. Goonies 2 is hopefully not coming out because I saw the first one on the big screen, and I think they should just re-release the first one every year because it's great. South Park delayed. I really want to know if it's going to last longer than The Simpsons. That's what I'm really wondering. Jane's Addiction breaks up. I didn't even know they were still around, so that's exciting. And for the Jane's Addiction fans, Jane says stop. Let's bring it into the lies. Also, Hot Ones coming to Netflix. People are talking about that over the last couple weeks, and I'm excited, but wings are fine, I guess. And then I just found out The Bear won some Emmys. That show traumatizes me. I also don't know why it's a comedy because it's traumatizing as someone who works in the service industry, and it still does work in hospitality. But congratulations to the winners of the Emmys, and Eugene and Dan are great. So I don't know how much time I have left, but that is it. And also,
that was it. You got it, man. You got it. That was it. Great hot takes. You get the balloons too. You get the balloons too.
Wait,
we're gonna give you.
I don't remember.
We're gonna give you more time to. Did you get balloons last? You should have got balloons.
I have
Well,
I don't know.
That's as stressful as it looks. That's as stressful as it looks.
GR, is that stressful?
Oh, you know it is.
He's back, everybody. You know what? I'm gonna throw the thirsty daddy in for fun here. Let's throw the thirsty daddy in. GR, you want to do some hot takes?
Prepared, let's go for it.
Half prepared. You're fully prepared. GR, you always are.
You're a military man. You're always fully prepared.
Yes. All right.
And I was a Boy Scout, so I have to be prepared.
Okay, GR. Here we go. Get sassy, sexy, and rub that head for good luck. Here we go, GR. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Speak No Evil, I'm going to counter that. It sucks. Phoenix, yeah, he's a walking man. That's all he does. Uglies, it sounds sticky. Transformers, great movie. I want to see it at least 400 times. More Obi-Wan? Why not? I love Obi-Wan. Goonies 2? No, it's all a good rumor. That's all it was. South Park delay, because they don't want to talk about the elections. No, not at all. What else? Hot Ones, Netflix. I love the show. That hot stuff, good. And Emmys, the hosts were great. The rest of it sucked.
All right. He's a man of subtle words. He's got 10 seconds, but it's okay. Great hot takes, GR.
Thank you very much. Didn't want my hand grenades and
have enough issues. Well, great hot takes, GR. We appreciate those hot takes today, GR. Appreciate those hot takes. Round of applause for the thirsty daddy down there, everybody. Commenting and helping out the chat. I'm putting out the poll right now. You tell us who you think won hot takes.
Unicorn, all unicorn, full 2 minutes. Unicorn, full 2 minutes.
Zeothermic father. The zeothermic father.
Okay. So now Transformers 1 is not out there until this weekend. I know, Lexi, you're excited about it. We had a little conversation earlier about the whole voiceover thing. Will that hurt this movie, you think, when it comes down to it? 91% in Rotten Tomatoes. Do you think people will still go see this, or will people boycott it because you don't have, Peter Cullen there and the original cast of Transformers?
I mean, I didn't know that Peter Cullen wasn't fucking the voice of Optimus Prime. Who does that? Is he the voice of Optimus Prime in the movies even? Like the
he does the movies. He does all the movies. Yeah, everyone.
This is taking the guy who does the voice of Batman. Well, if he was still alive, and not using him. I can't remember the actor's name, and I apologize.
Kevin Conroy,
yeah. And it's disrespectful of me. But Conroy was the man, and it's everybody knows that. So why would you not use that unless the actor specifically is I'm retiring from the part, somebody needs to take over it? I mean, he has specifically said, I will do Optimus Prime until I'm dead. and you're going to take that away from the actor. I'm like, that's so disrespectful to an actor who has invested so much into it. It's that conversation that I had with you the other day. I'm like, I don't understand this disrespect that we show to voice actors in Hollywood. It's disgusting. I'm like, Peter Cullen is to voice acting what Daniel Day-Lewis is to acting. I'm like, he's one of the most incredible voice actors. He's done so many voices, so many iconic character voices since the 80s. I'm like, Billy West deserves, iconic status as one of the most iconic voice actors. Why isn't John DiMaggio getting, respect in Hollywood and being given iconic roles and acting? I'm like, there are too many people that I can list off that deserve more credit in acting, in voice acting. That should be not just television and not just bit part actors. They should be cast in Hollywood and looked at in those ways. And there are a lot of people like Jim Verney. Jim Verney almost exclusively went over to voice acting in his later career, and I mean,
oh really?
He had a lot of work with. Oh yeah, like he did a lot of work at Disney and stuff. Like later on, I mean, his, like health issues and stuff like that. And I mean, same with
he smoked a lot too, right? He smoked a lot.
Yeah, and what was that guy from Cheers? I can't think of his name, but he did a ton of voice act. The guy who was the pig in
the guy who played Norm.
Norm, yeah, he's almost exclusively did voice acting for like the rest of his career after Cheers, pretty much. I mean, we're talking about like people who almost exclusively start out in TV acting. A lot of them move into voice acting. The woman who did the voice of Lisa Simpson, she started out in acting, and like she's in
George Wendt.
Maximum Overdrive. Yeah, George Wendt. George Wendt is amazing. I love George Wendt.
This is a little old school, but do you guys remember a show called Animaniacs?
Animaniacs.
Oh yeah, they're still watching that tower again.
The George Wendt episode is my favorite episode.
Yes, yeah. That's it. Would you eat beans with George Wendt?
I quote that episode constantly. Nobody knows what I'm talking about because I'm just like, would you meet George Wendt? Do you like beans? Would you eat beans with George Wendt? Would you like a film with George Wendt starring him eating beans? They're like, go away. And I always loved that Jerry Lewis was just a character in the show. He would just show up. I'm like, this is not for kids. The show is.
But Lexi, I gotta say Transformers though. Okay, get back.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, it's a discussion of voice acting. It's like there's too many.
It's gonna do great though, right?
It should do good, but I don't appreciate them doing that. I don't appreciate them taking fucking what you said for the voice of Optimus Prime and all that.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah,
do you know why?
It's because they want to do a younger. They want to do a younger route. So that's what they said. Orion Pax. They're going younger, and so it's before they're becoming, Optimus. Before we got Megatron, and so it's like that's what they're doing. That's what the voices don't change for robots. It's just, what Chris Hemsworth does a good job.
Seriously, they do. They come
great.
out that way.
Freakazoid. Yeah. Freakazoid was freaking great.
They don't age up. Like when you see Transformers, like the show, they just kind of come when they make them. They come out with their voices. Like they don't age into their voices and shit. They don't have like that kind of thing. Like they have a spark, and their spark can die.
Give me the cue, boy.
But like once a Transformer is made, it is what it is. Like you know what I mean? There is.
What do you mean it is?
Yeah, again, they got the touch and the power.
Look, their voices change along with the rest of their bodies.
No, they don't grow. They're built.
They do.
They're robots. They are robots that are sentient. They're
in disguise.
Robots. So why would a sentient robot have a growth pattern where its voice fucking changes? Like that's idiotic. That's a dumb discussion. There isn't a growth pattern here.
I can't win that. I can't.
I mean, it's a 1,000-year war.
I think it's interesting also that it's rated PG.
What was that, Spencer? Get in there, man. Get in there, Spencer.
I just thought it was interesting that this movie's rated PG and not PG-13 because the rest of them are PG, and even though it's animated, they can still amp up the violence a little bit. But I think that's also goes into the voice cast because they're trying to get voice casts that preteens will know because, if they don't know who Peter Cullen is, they're going to be like, I don't think the audience we should be marketing this movie to.
Yeah, but this is a story that everybody who's been watching Transformers for their entire life wants. So it's not for the younger generation. Like, who the hell from the younger generation is going, you know what I really want? I want to see how Optimus Prime was friends with Megatron, and then they fucking started their fight, because that's literally like the conversation that we've been having since the inception of Transformers, since Beast Wars, since
It was awesome.
That's
And I'm
the
like,
same story as
this-
Wicked, the Broadway musical. It's the same
this
story.
conversation.
Alphabet
Yeah,
and Glinda
it
were
is.
friends. Let's
Yeah.
find out about that.
But,
What do you
like,
think, Jonathan? Do you
nobody
think
has-
this works?
Let me
I
tell
know,
you.
sorry, Lexi. You'll go Jonathan fast. Do you think this works?
I'm real quick, and then we're going back to Lexi.
No, you're
I
good.
think the best thing about Transformers, specifically Beast Wars, but the best thing about it was in the early 90s when that show came on. You knew you were staying home from school that day, because if you saw that intro, then you were late. You weren't making it to the bell, and that
were
means
locked in.
that show equals Bueller's Day Off, man. Sit back, kick your feet up, and play first generation Nintendo all effing day.
NES all day. All day. I agree. I love the 80s stuff. So much 80s talk tonight.
90s.
80s, 90s. I love it all. I love it all. You got me. You got me.
Wars-
I already lost my hair. Don't take my dignity.
Hey, man, we're the same age-ish. We're the same age. You really got me like by a week. You know what I mean?
I'm 1 year older than Brian. Yet I look like I'm from a different generation. I look like the guy that takes the money from Brian, like at the toll booth. You know?
No, that's not true. I'm giving you this. No.
I lean into it.
No. Spencer, you saw Speak No Evil, right? Nobody else saw that. Came out this week, and I kind of trashed it a little bit. I know, we both saw it, though. There's somebody here that saw it. I got to talk about this very quickly about this, because I was like, I love McAvoy. And I'm like waiting. I'm just waiting for the crazy to happen. It doesn't even happen till I hate to spoil it, but till the very end. And I just was like, oh, it's like bad trope after bad trope. And I feel like those ratings are wrong. I don't know how that's an 85%. How? Did you love it at all? Did you find any kind of like joy from this production?
Did you find joy?
That's what I'm saying. Well, I can't hear you, Spencer.
I have so many thoughts.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah,
There he
I have
is.
so many thoughts on this movie. I feel like my camera was dying, and then I just let it ride. And so, but I saw this movie on Thursday night, and I had half the audience was laughing halfway through this movie because it's just pretty ridiculous. And I was really wanting to like this, but I also have seen the trailer so many times that I think I'm just kind of over it. But I also was thinking McAvoy would be great because, he was good in the Split, even if I didn't really like that movie as much either. But I was like, oh, this movie's going to be great. The one thing that I knew going in was not going to sell it for me was because it's PG-13. And I knew they couldn't do a lot of gore. They couldn't do a lot of, like, wild stuff. And I was like, you know what? Let's see where this goes. I, at one point, went in an hour into this movie, and I was like, okay, is anything going to happen? Because we're halfway through this movie, and nothing has happened yet. And I started to pick up on things, and then by the end, what? By the end, everything just was kind of like ridiculous, and I think they just kind of crammed everything into the last half hour. But it makes me think of the fact that this is the trope with horror movies when you have PG-13 movies and they should be rated R, and
Yes, 100%. And they don't do
the way
it.
you want it to. I actually think they should have pumped this as a comedy horror because this was funny. No, they don't. And it's also in the trailer, this moment where he's like feeding her the food, the meat, and she's like, I'm a vegetarian. And I think it's a completely irrelevant moment to this entire movie. But then I'm also like, well, maybe it's him trying to overpower this couple. But I was like, I just think this movie could have been an hour and 20 minutes. It did not need to be almost 2 hours long.
Every movie's 2 hours.
I have to
long.
give a shout out to the chat. The chat,
I do
is
too. He's
killing
like
it tonight.
Tim, you're on it.
And I agree with this with the chat about the husband. Completely with the husband.
Tim and I saw it together, and we were like, what is happening?
Was it Richard Tracy that
great.
said this movie doesn't sound so good?
Yeah. But it's not. Spencer knows. It's just like, I just feel like there's every trope, but it's like, it's
just
like,
the husband's a cuck. That's great.
I mean, there's this part where he's about to climb a ladder, and they're like, "Oh, he's gonna," and then McAvoy's holding the ladder, like, "Oh, he's gonna throw him off the ladder, or he's gonna hurt him, or something like that," and then nothing happens. And I'm like, why do we keep doing this like tease stuff, and then nothing happens? Like, let's move faster, guys.
I think they did it like twice, and then they were like, "That one's your fault. You just didn't hold your balance."
Right?
I think we're the only two people that have seen this movie, so none of us get the references.
I've never even heard of this film. I've never seen a trailer for it. I've never like seen anything for it. And then you guys were talking about it, and I was like, wow, he really didn't like this movie. And I'm just like, okay.
We all want to geek out with you. We can't do it on this topic.
Made it the box office.
Peppy, did you want to see this movie? What do you think about it?
Not do this? Can we not do this? Do this.
Peppy doesn't like it either. Yeah, I hated it. It's okay though. Well, we do have a winner though, everybody, for hot takes. We do have a winner. So end the poll right now. We're going to find out who is our hot take master for this Monday edition of Kruse Control. I know. I'm excited. So here we go. Let's find out our winner tonight for Monday, September 16th, 2024 is Miss Lexi Koval. Lexi, congratulations!
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pep Star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.